did that one practice of seeking validation through God and not your social media, not the outside world, and not even your spouse, like seeking validation through God, you're going to fix a lot of your internal problems, if not all of them.
Mhm. Very
He
much
made
so.
you
Very much.
perfect. You're unique. I state this from stage often as like, you know how unique you are? It's like your fingerprints were formed, I think it's either 10 days or 10 weeks. I got the 10 right. I just can't remember, in the womb. And you were the
Mm.
only person on this planet with those set of fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the FBI can find us.
Yes.
Only one. And there's over 8 billion people on this planet. So you want to tell me
Mm.
you're not uniquely created? And
Mm.
so the point
Mm.
is to live into that authentic self, that uniqueness that God gave you and only you, and be wholly that and not something else. All right, so let's keep moving. So good. A lot of high performers,
Mm-hmm.
successful on paper, but they're not truly integrated. And we've talked, I think, some about this already. But let's talk about the cost. What does
Mm-hmm.
fragmentation cost people when they're not truly living aligned?
Peace, fulfillment, and meaning. A lot of the folks that I work with nowadays, I'm either trying to help them scale their companies without scaling dysfunction, or I am helping people that have become high performers, have done really well financially. Some cases, many of them have exited. Many of the ones I've worked with are 8, 9, and even 10-figure earners. Um, what we try to do is we try to bring meaning back, because a lot of people I serve, they've made money but lost meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And I can talk from that place specifically because actually, just before you and I met, I was going through what I hope might be my last major transition period of time and transformation. But I had sold my company about a year and a half earlier, maybe about a year earlier. I was sitting in a very nice home at the top of a mountain in Utah, because I was born and raised in Raleigh. But when I sold my company, I went to Utah for about a year and a half. I'm back now in the Carolinas at Lake Norman, at Safe Haven. But I remember being in that house, 6,000 plus square feet, more than enough for, me, having access to resource, having access to full-fledged travel, having access to relationships that other people would, they would say that they would die for, so to speak, or they admired, having access to liquidity and business deals and all kinds of stuff. And I remember having this epiphany in that moment that I was actually more unhappy then than when I was homeless.